Welcome to another draft episode, as today we're going to go over the Kansas City Chiefs. You've already seen my mock draft 2.0. You've seen my Raiders mock draft and my mock draft 1.0 here. If you haven't done that, please do so. Go back to my later videos. Today, going once again to the Kansas City Chiefs. As a resident of Kansas City, I am inclined and also work in 610 Sports Radio, home of the Kansas City Royals and partnered with the Kansas City Chiefs. So I'm inclined to do this. I actually wanted to do this. There's only 5 draft picks, and we're going to go all of them through all 7 rounds. Yes, I know they have only 5 picks through the 5th. That's it. But we're going to start the draft here and see what things work out. As you see on the left, as usual, the simulation of what teams are going to do. Ooh, that's actually impressive. CJ Henderson to the Chargers. I would not expect that to happen at all. But I already have my idea of what the Chiefs should get. Justin Herbert's falling, which is very shocking. Where's Justin Herbert going to go? Sorry, I'm to the Patriots, of course. Patriots get Justin Herbert in the 23rd round. But as the Chiefs pick up is 32, and the guy that I want them to have is still there, a person that they should get. I know in previous mock drafts I said the Chiefs would get a running back. I think it may be too early to get a running back in this situation. You got to get that need, and right now if they have an edge or a linebacker, AJ Epinesa would be pretty sweet for them out of Iowa, or the guy that I know for a fact if he's there, the Chiefs should easily snag up, and that is Patrick Queen, linebacker from LSU. I'm pretty sure if we look at what he's compared to, as they have that on the sides here, which is actually very enjoyable to see what they think that what he could possibly be. There's no red flags so far that we've seen. I like Patrick Queen out of LSU a lot. He's comparable to Deion Jones, apparently. So, Patrick Queen, welcome to the Kansas City Chiefs, as you're going to be drafted there. And AJ Epinesa actually taken round 33 by the Bengals. So, the Chiefs have a pick in round 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So, that with their 5 picks, they could possibly get more if they end up trading Chris Jones. At this point, we don't know what's going to happen. So, I would actually think they're going to keep Chris Jones. So if they need an interior defensive lineman, it might be a great way to have him, I guess, coach up who they're going to get. It depends if they actually want to move that way for an interior defensive lineman. But one of the needs I thought that the Chiefs should get in this part of the draft is a running back. But honestly, you have Cameron Dantzler from Mississippi State. I do enjoy this kid a lot. I do enjoy Mississippi State products. So, because as a Raiders fan, Jonathan Abram, Mississippi State, Cameron Dantzler, a very good defensive, young, well-rounded mind, and a person that can easily get there, get his hand, break open that pass. Welcome to Kansas City Chiefs, Cameron Dantzler. Jordan Love dropping all the way at 66 to the Redskins. I don't think that's going to happen. I do not think that's going to happen at all. So the Chiefs now working its way through the 3rd round as need linemen, you need that interior offensive lineman. I do like Tyler Baidaz out of Wisconsin. If he's there, we might have to take him here. We may possibly have to wait until the 4th round, as we're in the mix of round 3 right now. So it just only depends on what other teams pick. But the fact that the Chiefs went already two picks in the defensive side, you might want to keep going that way. Maybe an interior defensive lineman, possibly another cornerback to see if you can try to shore up some things. But Damien Lewis of LSU, another person that he's a guy who helped run block there in LSU, helps protect Joe Burrow, so he might be a hot ticket to think that maybe, hey, we should just throw our cards in at this guy. Tyler Baidaz is also there as well. They could honestly, if they need to, go 2 offensive linemen. You cannot be so short and spare from offensive linemen because you got to protect the guy, the man, the MVP, the incoming legend, this already punched his ticket into the Hall of Fame, I believe, as a MVP already, a Super Bowl MVP, a Super Bowl champion, and Patrick Mahomes. You got to protect him. But I think right now, Damien Lewis of LSU is going to be their guy to, I guess, select and pick. I do not think they say you need a wide receiver here. As you see my mouse cursor scroll across that wide receiver side, they do not need a wide receiver at all. They don't. They don't. Damien Lewis, welcome to the Chiefs. The reason why they don't need a wide receiver, though, is because they re-signed Sammy Watkins to a very team-friendly deal. They've also signed Demarcus Robinson back to another team-friendly deal to help keep that, I guess, cap space a little bit low. So that's perfect for them. And they're able to have McCole Hardman as well, who's their third I guess you want to say he's a third wide receiver for the team. Tyreek Hill's, of course, there, and he's a threat to do anything and everything. So, you know for a fact that offensive side of the football and the wide receiver role is set in stone. Heck, Damien Williams can play a wide receiver. He can be a slot guy if you wanted to. I don't think it's going to happen. Garrett Dieter, he's on the team as well. So the Chiefs are at pick 138. If I didn't want Tyler, he's already gone. So it's good idea to get an interior offensive lineman in the third round because there's plenty of them. But now you got to think running back might be the option here. In person, I know for a fact Jay Binkley has thoroughly enjoyed. I've seen some tape on him a little bit more. I'm starting to like him more as A.J. Dillon. I've already scrolled past him. I'm seeing who else is in this draft as well to think, oh, maybe Shaquille Quarterman of Miami might be a guy a little bit later on. But I do like A.J. Dillon as he's growing on me right now. If I can find him again, I'm selecting him for the Chiefs. A.J. Dillon at Boston College. Welcome to the Chiefs. If you're Chiefs, you have to get a running back this draft. You have to. It depends if it's in the first, second, or third round. Once you get past the fourth round, it's starting to run a little bit thin on, I guess you want to have productive running backs. So you need to get a running back in this draft in order to, I guess, stay afloat and possibly. I mean, you need a number 2 running back. I don't know if Darwin Thompson is that guy. Maybe he's always that third running back slot on the team. LaShawn McCoy is not coming back. I do not trust Damien Williams through the thick portion of the season. When it comes to postseason time, give it to Damien Williams. He's past 2 postseasons. You've noticed that he's actually produced at a high level. So you at least need to get a running back in this draft. Now, here's the $1 million question. What do you get in this type of draft? You're in your 5th round, your last pick, possibly your last pick unless you trade away some guys to get draft picks for later rounds. I don't think it's going to happen. There might be some weird, shocking trade. The Chiefs might try to just fall back a little bit. It wouldn't surprise me if they did that in the first round. But let's see who they got that's left over here. They could possibly make a splash because, honestly, they have to look at everything going from, I guess, at 158 as wide receiver Quintez Cephas. Let's see here. Edge and then interior defensive lineman. If we can find the best available interior defensive lineman, that's what they should get. Or Kendall Coleman out of Syracuse. That's intriguing. An edge rusher of him. I think he's got a good size, a good frame. 6'3", 253. Can also play that defense. He's a 3-star recruit out of high school. See what else is on here. TREVIS GIPSON of Tulsa. Let's see how he is. He's a 3-star, 6'4". This is the build I would think that the Chiefs would want. A TREVIS GIPSON type model or frame. Here's another edge rusher, Jonathan Garvin of Miami. This might, 6'4", 250, a hunk out of an edge rusher in Miami. I think Jonathan Garvin. This is a mold right here. 6'4", 250. This guy, it looks like he could be a tank and this is something that would be scary if he was on the Chiefs roster. Yep, we're going Garvin out of Miami. Drafted him. So let's go to my picks. So the Chiefs. This is what you need to do. I know I'm not the biggest advocate of what you should do or shouldn't do. I mean, you don't need to take my notes. I'm just here to give you my thoughts and insights of what they should do. Of course, Patrick Queen, linebacker out of LSU, and you need to fill that hole of linebacker. If you do not trade out of that first round, you need to get Patrick Queen. If he's there, take him. At round 2, Cameron Dantzler, corner. It's filling another need of that corner role. That secondary for the Chiefs has not been the greatest in past time. Yes, they won the Super Bowl last year. Still, they wasn't the greatest secondary in the league. The fact that they had Patrick Mahomes to just give him lights out, even though last year was the first time Patrick Mahomes had a defense for him. So you got to get that corner and interior offensive lineman out of LSU, Damien Lewis. You got to get that O-line shored up to protect and help produce some holes for the running game, especially speaking of running game, A.J. Dillon out of Boston College. Slide him into that role, maybe their second back. Maybe he might win the starting job off Damien Williams, who knows. And Jonathan Garvin, the big man, an edge rusher out of Miami. Take the best available player, especially if this is your last pick, and you can think, hey, Jonathan Garvin's there. He's a big dude out of Miami. He's almost 300 pounds. 6'4". You got to go for him. So that is what's going to happen with this. If you have not seen my other draft coverage, I guess if you want to call it that, my mock point 1, my mock point 2, and my Raiders mock draft, go ahead and take a look at all of those. Thank you for watching / listening, however you're listening or tuning into this. Please keep the conversation going in the comment section. I will respond to anything and everything you say. I'll give you a little heart as well and a thumbs up to know that, hey, I saw this, I responded back to you. Thank you for listening. Stay safe, and please, 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 please wash your hands.